Google. Hey, everyone, this is Dr. J. Kamal and Spags from Long Island, New York. How's it going, guys?
I'm doing all right. No complaints.
Enjoy you. Gemini today.
Gemini.
Gemini is an astrological sign.
Oh, I see. I'm looking at it. It's like I have a little bit more green than red today, which is something.
Well, Gemini is astrological, and it's also Google. It's new open, better than OpenAI.
I'm a Gemini.
You're a Gemini.
You're a Gemini?
What month is Gemini?
Oh, I was born like May 24th, so it's like 24.
All right. Well,
End of
I'm
May,
gonna write this
beginning of
down so
June.
I don't forget to not give you a present.
I
So,
don't like to celebrate my birthday.
so Google looks like they got a superior to OpenAI. I mean, phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, phenomenal demo. You got to watch the demo if you haven't already. It came out yesterday. So Ken wants to know why I sold my hut in favor of Mara and Riot. And the reason was very simple. It was underperforming the other two. So I just moved my money over to Riot. So, of course, it probably evened out since I did that. At one point, I actually made more money on Hut than Mara, but that was a while ago. Andrew's with us.
Yeah, so we're looking at I bought like about 2 years ago. I bought a whole bunch of Ethereum just for the hell of it, for giggles.
Yeah.
I'm finally starting to come back a little bit. So it takes a while, but eventually it happens.
Yeah. So
The big money definitely is in coin
I
adjacent.
want to focus on not Bitcoin, but actually the genetic editing group.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, somebody asked for technical analysis on beams, so we'll give it to them. And also,
it's a nice list you got here.
Also, the technicals on CRISPR, considering tomorrow's PDUFA on CRISPR.
Tomorrow's PDUFA?
Yeah.
Everybody, crush your toes.
No, the advisory committee was so favorable. They're gonna pass.
Okay.
So no doubt about it.
Oh, wait. Is this kind of thing where we're going to get this good news and then the stock's going to go down by a lot?
Probably not. I think it's been factored in for a while.
Okay.
So I don't think
That
it'll.
means it's gonna
I'll
go
treat
down.
it as an opportunity to have it down.
If it is already factored in, that means it's going to go down.
Yeah, if it's already factored in, it's going to go down, exactly.
It might go down because the expectations are like 100% that it'll be approved. Nobody thinks otherwise. So yeah, it could go. It could be a sell the news event, but the chart looks okay. We're gonna
we lost a buck out of 70 today.
Well, let's get to the charts.
Okay.
No jokes today. Nobody has a joke.
They're all rated, R and X and stuff.
Right. Well, maybe we could find a Hanukkah joke or something.
Yeah.
I'll think of that for the next shot.
I shouldn't fight with guys that are bigger than me. That's
exactly.
Right. I'm sure the other guy is really beat up.
I'm sure the guy's got a 2 centimeters split instead of a 1 centimeter split.
Yeah.
What stock does Kamal and Professor Spike like?
Nobody cares what
I'm still liking Lily.
Nobody cares what Dr.
I'm still banging the tables on Lily.
Lily, bang the table on Lily. Okay.
I bought Sava today. I'm scared.
All right, Sava, Lily. We're BioDrek fans.
Yeah, right. BioDrek fans.
Yeah, BioDrek fans. Sava, Lily. All right. Nothing wrong with them. At least, probably nothing wrong.
But I'm not planning to keep it for a long time. I'm just gonna swing it.
You want to swing it?
You're gonna swing that thing.
Start with the macro. SPY had a good day, but it can't break above that 460. Tough resistance here. Tough resistance. 460 is a very difficult number. It takes that out with new high territory. But it's going to be a fight. We've been banging up against that for a while now, right? It's a
Indeed.
fight. Got to take that 460 out. If not, probably get a pullback here to quite possibly 441. 441, 20 point for pullback, which is what? 20 on 460 is less than 4%, 4%, 5%, whatever it is. And the Qs look very much the same to me. If we don't take out the resistance on the Qs, it looks like a 5% pullback.
So you're saying up or out is what you're saying.
I'm thinking a 5% pullback is in order for both the Dow and not the Dow, both the Qs and the S&P. We have one of these rising wedges that everybody shits their pants when they see.
Yes.
But
Well, it's already exhibiting the behavior it's supposed to.
I guess, but
Yeah, by popping at the bottom.
I don't get that excited by by this particular pattern. It probably does go down more often than up when it reaches this point.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's not that reliable. The sharper the ascent of the wedge, I guess, the more reliable. Like if it's very narrow, as opposed to wider like this. So if you have something like that, very like a thin wedge, that gets me more upset than a fatter wedge, than a wedge with a big opening.
Gotcha.
All right. Anyway, we're coming off what looked like a bottom at this. Let me try this. We're actually bouncing back towards the upper trend line, halfway back from 382. We're at 390. If it actually does what I think it's going to do, it'll probably pull back to close the gap here at 377. So 377 from 390, whatever it was, 394, is also about 5%, I think. So just like the S&P, I think we're possibly in for a little pullback here. And like the S&P, a break above the recent highs would be extremely bullish. So the recent high here is 394. The all-time high, I think, is 408 on the Qs, something like that. So we would just like the S&P is with a break of 360, we'll make new highs. I believe the same is true with the Qs. A break of 394, and we'll probably make new highs soon after. So this is a critical for the Qs. A close below 381 should take us down to that 377 at least. Close the gap, maybe go a little lower than that, and then start rising again. I think the really good support would be at the moving averages. So if it goes down there, I would be adding to my Qs, not panicking. I think a little pullback is in order here. So nothing to panic about. 370 or so, 372. That looks like a buy to me. Well, even 377. So if it goes down to 372, it's no big deal. I think we're still bullish. I'm not concerned that we're going to have a major sell-off at this juncture. Major to me would be down to the 200. That's what I call major, or the most recent bottom on 1026, which was 342. That would be major. That would be 50 points. That would be like 12%. That would be major. That would be a correction.
Mhm.
I don't see that happening. I'm looking more for a 5% up to a 10% pullback. That's my most likely scenario. Most likely scenario, 3 to 5%. Less likely, 10%. Extremely unlikely in my mind would be a quick snap back to 350. But these are all numbers that are possible. And also possible is that I'm wrong about a pullback here, and we just make the new highs above 408. And I'd like that. That would be absolutely fine for me.
That would be nice.
It would be nice. But these are the possibilities: 5%, 10%, 5 to 10% correction, pullback, and possibly a 40% move down to 350. Those are the possibilities. CRISPR. Should we look? Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we might as well. It's on your list.
Yeah. Well, I want to do IWM before we
Oh,
do.
right. Just a complete picture.
Yeah.
Because you were thinking the broader markets might be more robust, right?
Well, I think in presidential election years, for whatever stupid reason, the IWM Russell outperforms the large caps and the Qs. And that's since 1979, which was Carter Reagan. So ever since then, on presidential election years, the IWM and Russell has been up like 10%, and on average, and the Qs or Nasdaq up about 6%. So I don't go too much by that, but we're due. We're due for a rally in the small caps. That's how I look at it. We've analyzed this to death. I don't know why I don't have lines in here. But we've drawn lines. I know we have. I almost don't feel like drawing them again, but this line I remember drawing.
Right.
I'll put it in anyway. This downward trend line here. There we go. So I've drawn this in before. We clearly broke the downtrend at 174.30. Now it's a question: can we take out 19? Where am I?
Yeah,
Yeah,
185 is what we're on now.
191. That's the key.
Yeah, I was even thinking we might touch 200.
191 is the key number to take out. We take that out, I think we're good for 198. Yeah. So this is where we might get some resistance up around here, 191 area.
Right.
We've talked about this one to death. What we were very excited when it finally broke 180.
Yes.
Yeah. And it looked like it was resuming that 180 to 240 240 range that it was in for a long time. Remember this range here? The top was like 230, 234. and the bottom was like 180, 190, something like that. It was in that range for a very long time. And looks like we've re-entered it, but we should take out 197 to get a pronounced move up to the highs. The highs are a long way off, unlike the Qs and the Dow and the S&P. Those highs were knocking at the door. We're far away from the door on IWM. So maybe IWM does a little catching up. That's what my thinking is. CRISPR. Meanwhile, I don't even own any IWM. I do own diamonds, small amount, S&P, larger amount, and loaded up on Qs.
All right. Ken, good luck to you with that. Ken bought some Sava.
I was gonna show you something. I noticed something about the chart in Sava. I want to share that with you.
Yeah, I know it's up there.
All right, I could go back. Or we
Sava.
All right, let's go to
Oh, from
Sava.
Sava, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at BTC just for the hell of it.
Right, since we're here.
It gave back half of the big green candle from Tuesday, and this looks like a good spot to nibble. And if it goes down further, there's another big green candle underneath. You look for 41,000 around there. So averaging in, I think, is probably good for this one. I think it's going to 48, at least 48. 48 is resistance. I think it gets there. I do believe it gets there. All right, so we want to look at
Sava.
Sava. We all own Sava now. It was down today. I don't know what the news was, or if there was any news. We've got
Can you check the 6 months chart or the 3 months chart?
All right. Check the 6 months.
6 months. So I'm. Do you see a flag or a pennant? Bullish
Yeah.
pennant?
Yeah, I could draw that in.
Yeah, it's bullish.
Draw that in.
That it came from down under, and then now we have this flag, and it looks like by
Well, I guess we should draw it from about here.
yeah, that's what I noticed today, and it's gonna cross like maybe on December 20th, and I think, which is in about a few days.
Yeah, I mean the odds favor that it break north, but who knows?
Yeah, that's the only point I wanted to show.
Yeah.
So I bought it today at 28.80.
Yeah, and are you looking at it for a particular target, or are you just going to wing it?
I'm gonna wing it. I'm just gonna wait on it for like a few days until that point and see what happens.
All right, so you can see which way it breaks, up or down.
Correct. I'm betting on up actually, but
Well, yeah, I would take the over on that. On this
So would
one.
I.
Yeah,
you'll take what? I missed that.
The over.
over is sports betting. You know,
Okay. I'm
so
not familiar with that.
it's like football. You know, under over. Total points. If you go over, you win. Under, you lose. So breaking north would be the over, and down would be the under. So yeah, I think we all feel that it should break up, not down, but who knows? It's most of the time I think they do break up, but who knows? I mean, it's basically a flagpole type look to it. So that's you're getting that big flag, and usually it breaks up. But it's not big, long enough flagpole.
So where do you see it going to? So if you go to the 1 year chart,
You want me to now look at the 1 year?
yes.
Well,
What's the next level?
Obviously, this high of 25.46 would be the top resistance. $25.46, and before that, you got this resistance at about $23.90.
Okay.
So it depends on how tight you want to play it. You take some off at $23.80 and then leave some for $25.30.
Okay, got it.
I would sell it in pieces,
Okay,
but you usually get rid of it at one time. I know.
correct.
So are you still in alt? Come on.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I sold it the other day for $550 and I regret it, man.
Yeah,
Well,
I bailed early in the year.
I had a big position, a few thousand shares, but
Yeah, you did. I remember.
Well, high today was 863.
yeah, it kind of jumped the past couple of days.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to touch the 200. But it's still in a very long bear pattern. It's a bearish looking pattern.
Yeah.
So it was probably smart to take some profit. So although the fat drugs are very hot now, right? They got a fat drug.
Right.
And didn't Pfizer's their fat drug failed, right? Pfizer. So maybe Pfizer buys all.
The regimen they were testing, but didn't look like it was going to work out.
Okay.
The twice a day pill.
Okay. So maybe alt will be bought by Pfizer. Pfizer could use a replacement.
Right. I don't think they meant for it to be like for fat, but I think it kind of based on
Diabetes, fat, now they're the same.
right.
They treat both diabetes and fat. I think this one is more meant for fat. Maybe it's both. I don't know.
Well,
Right.
I mean, usually the reason to treat your fat is because you just found out that you had type 2 diabetes and
Right.
you want to get ahead of it a little bit.
I don't know much about the drug. I was in alt for a short time only, and it looks interesting though.
No, I was in it, and then people in our audience was encouraging me.
Yeah,
But after a while, I was getting bored.
yeah. Well, now there's a lot of action. Today's candle got cut in half. Well, not quite. Let's see, what's the range? $4 to $8.50. With a close at 6.5. Yeah, almost halfway down. We closed it nearly halfway down. I like the music, so I let it ring a little. Play the music.
Almost sounds like by the sea, by the
What's
beautiful
that?
sea. But it's not.
So what do you think? Alt, buy, sell, hold. What would you do with alt?
Now I bought it. It went under. I waited. I made my money and some profit, and then it shot up. I sold it at like
Yeah, I
5.
don't know. I think it's.
That's looking backwards. What about looking forwards? What do you do with this one?
No, I'm not going to touch it at this level.
Okay.
Yeah, if this is just a flash in the pan, then it's going to go right back to where it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I like it at
Maybe if it goes back to that line that you have that you drove that low line.
Yeah, yesterday's close wouldn't be a bad place to come in. 357. I mean, it's gone up too much to touch.
Exactly.
Now,
That's right.
but if it comes back down to 357, you want
I'm
to
even thinking closer to $2.
Okay, so you guys really would stay away at this point. That's about
Yeah,
it.
Yep. Yeah,
just
that's me.
maybe to catch another break
Yeah,
if lightning strikes twice.
right. Uh, did I knock out
No, you didn't
Chris?
do Beam yet.
Which one?
You didn't do any of the. You only did CRISPR.
Ah, so
Yeah,
being
we still have a good number of.
CRISPR. We did. I only had it on for a second, CRISPR.
Yeah.
Let me put it back up.
Oh, the price is already factored in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we discussed it from that point of view.
Yeah, a lot of turbulence back there, huh?
I think we're going to stay within this trading range from here to here. I think going to get a tight range on crisp. I don't think it sells off much. I don't think it goes up much. I think by the end of the year it'll be higher than where it is now. But how much higher? I'm going to stick to my original thoughts, which were $80. No, 70. I said $70. So in other words, what I said originally is where it is now. And Gene Investing, he said $80, and now the consensus is $85 by end of year. I think that's probably too much, too optimistic, but who knows? I think the trading range is between 68 and where it is now. 68 to 71, something like that. So I'll stay with my guesstimate of $70 by end of year. I think it could have a good year next year. So yeah, I expect further good news.
So, in your opinion, this is just a hold since it's at 70 now.
Yeah, right now I would probably put it as a hold. I don't expect a big pop tomorrow with the news, and probably not a big sell-off. So either way, I
Well,
mean, it's
the middle of that green candle is about 64 and a half.
Yeah, it could get down that low. I wouldn't be shocked, but I think it holds 67, 68. I think you get very little movement on the PDUFA. So I think it'll be a dull PDUFA, so to speak. Short term, very little movement. Long term, maybe you could pick it up $64 and sell it at the 85 that people are talking about. So you got to watch this one. Pick up here at 65 wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Write myself a note.
65 does look like a good entry point, right around there. All right, Beam. Beam looks like a bullish flag forming right here, and it's got a little ways to go before it reaches the apex. It probably went up on the good news out of CRISPR. I think they all rallied. So you got a rally. Now you're getting some consolidation. I think it could be picked up a little cheaper, probably on this line, the horizontal support area at about 27 and change. 27 and a half, something like that. So you probably could get it $1 cheaper, play it for the pop. And if you get the right pop, you're out at 33. 27 to 33 looks pretty good. And support should come in at about the 100, $25 for support. All right.
Could you look at edit real quick since we're on this?
I got it up. I got it up. So
Okay.
I'll do it now. This is the one that
This one, for whatever reason, this looks like it's a buy now.
it does, but It's been holding the bottom trend line for a long time. Who knows? I mean, they're far away. They lost ground on sickle cell disease. They do hold patents. They probably get royalties and stuff. I don't know what their future is going to be. Don't know. But
Oh, you're only on the day chart. Could you give us some more perspective?
what chart?
You're only on the day chart.
Oh, that's a weird chart to be on.
There you go.
Now the chart looks better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Does it look better? Well, at least it looks like. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how this line got here. I deleted everything I'm drawing. Well, it's certainly bullish now. We're trading well above the 200, and this kind of rise could be a little too sharp. Maybe we pull back to the bottom of this candle, 983. So I'm not crazy about entering at this point. I think I'd rather enter at the tiny little gap close here at 980. I'd be looking to enter right around there. In other words, unwind all of this upward movement for the last couple of weeks and give it a chance to do it again. I'm not particularly bullish on it right now, going into, what kind of continuation we're going to get. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be a buyer here, but I might be a buyer here at 980. I don't know. What do you guys think on?
Like I said, it just grabbed me when I looked at it.
Nice.
That you're right. There might be some opportunities for somebody who's patient, but
Yeah.
it looks like that uptrend is a pretty strong uptrend
For now.
Yeah.
Is that a flag? This looks like a flag, right? The
last couple of weeks.
Yes, and that looks like a bearish flag, actually.
Which bullish flag?
Bullish flag, right?
Yeah, bullish flag. Yeah.
I guess you could look at it as being bullish, but I wouldn't be a buyer here. I would be a buyer at 980.
Okay.
I would be waiting on this one. I could continue on up. Maybe the gene editing stocks all catch fire. It's a possibility. If they all catch fire, then this one will go right up against resistance at $12. Even this is not that big a move. 980 to where it is now, 1090 is $1. The resistance is another $1 away. It's not as big a move as it looks. It's deceiving. It's only like a 10% move up, and it's got a 10% more to go, maybe. So you could gamble on this one, I guess, if you want to gamble to 1180 area. So, but on the downside, 980. On the upside, 1180 for support resistance. That's how I see it. $1 each way. Right now we're going on up, but that could change. So, yeah, I mean, you could certainly, even if you want to buy it in this ascending channel, I would wait for a touch down here, probably at about a little bit cheaper, 1070.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't be chasing this one. alt we looked at and tell you we didn't.
All right,
And
NTLA. Right.
until you got a nice pop on the AdCom meeting of CRISPR. It was down as low as 22.5. So it really had a nice little move. We're now in a horizontal channel and trading range between 28.77 and 32.5. Something like that. And we're towards the bottom end of that trading channel at 29.78. This one looks like, to me, probably a better swing trade than edit. And again, I would look to pick it up closer to the support area of 28.21. The low of the day here was 28.46. All right, let's say 28.50. I'd love to, that's where I'd be looking to pick it up. And have a tight stop to about 27.25. I wouldn't be willing to lose too much. It wouldn't be too greedy. I'd sell it at about 32. This one looks the most swingable out of all of them, to me. Anything else we want to look at?
Well, we're hitting our time limit.
What about Google?
Oh, did you mention that?
Did we look at the chart?
We did not.
We talked about it, about Gemini.
Right.
Right.
But today Google was up sharp. I think it was up about 6%, maybe
5%.
5%. All right. Earlier in the day, it was up 6%.
Sure.
I'm telling it to go to do the year to date, but it's spinning on me.
You know, I'm getting the same thing on mine. That circle of death.
Ah,
So
so
you know, I'm on a pretty fast machine today.
so it's probably Yahoo.
Yeah.
It's Yahoo. There's the chart. Big gap up today.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be capitulating about something, and then it just changed its mind.
Yeah. It may fill the gap and come right back down to the 50. And if it does, it's a very nice buy, with most brokerages looking for 150 as a target for Google. So move back down to the 50 would be a good place to come in, I think, at about 130, 131. 132 is the 50. I'm sorry, the 100. 132. 132 is a good place to come back in to Google if you're out of it. I think that's an excellent entry point. Even the 50, which is like 133. Buying it on any dip at this point, I think, is good. Gemini is phenomenal looking, and it whets people's interest. You know, it may not be an immediate moneymaker, but it whets people's interest. Whet my interest. I didn't add shares because I have a lot of shares. Too many probably. But this top 141 has to be taken out. And probably by year's end, it will be. It doesn't look like it's going to be a top moving. It's not likely to be one of the top moving Mag 7s, but it's got to be in your portfolio, along with Microsoft. You got to own both. Why guess which one is going to do better? Own both. That's my thinking on these two. All right, so that's Hood has been going up. Remember, we criticized Kathy.
Yes, we did.
She knows.
Well, I think she bailed out of it. I think it went up because she did bail out of it.
I thought she bought more, but I don't remember.
Did she? I don't know. That was my last understanding was that she was
Or maybe.
losing interest in that.
Did you today AI did poorly because of they reported their quarter, but it stopped at a very interesting level.
The chart AI.ca.
Yes.
All right, you want me to chart that?
Yeah, really quick. Just see, put the 1 year chart.
1 year.
Yeah, scoot to the left a little bit. Yeah. You see where it stopped? Can you shift the chart to the left a little bit?
Oh yeah. Year to date. That good?
Yeah, year to date. Just shift it left. Can you shift it left? Just drag it left. Yeah, you see where it stopped today?
Yeah.
It hit multiple candles where it stopped today.
Yeah, that was an old trading range, the top end of the trading range.
Right.
It might be a good gamble to try that particular stock. Maybe it bounces back to at least the 200
Mm-hmm.
if you're looking for a couple of points. But the thing, and 23.45 looks like good support.
Right.
So you could play it. It's playable. All right. So like you guys said, we're done.
Okay.
Done, 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 done. Andrew, good seeing you guys. Ken, good seeing you. Everybody who's coming in later, good to have you. We appreciate our viewers live or not live, whatever that means. Adios, amigos.
Bye,
Ciao.
everybody.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.